Man, wouldn't you say Nicki exposed so much within the past couple of days with this back and forth with Cardi? I know, but guess what? I don't give a okay? Because this behavior between both women is absolutely disgusting, deplorable. I want everyone to know, in case that is not clear yet, that I will not defend any of the tweets, any of the behavior exhibited by these women. However, in this video, what we will do is go through every tweet back and forth in regards to the children because I want to keep this documented. We are going to hold up a mirror, right? But to all of these women and yourselves, in case you are a fan of any of these women and you want to defend or whatever, this is what you support, okay? So if you have any comments, questions, and concerns, please do not hesitate to let me know. However, yes, this must be documented. And guess what? Look at my notes on all of this. I mean, it's probably several pages. And so, being that I know what the environment is giving on public platforms like YouTube, I think that fans are really not able to come out of their fanhood and really see what we're being showed, right? And so, in upcoming videos that will probably not be on YouTube, I will be dissecting a lot of things that were exposed in Nicki's tweets, a lot of themes such as Nicki and religion, such as Cardi's claims about Nicki and white artists, such as Nicki focusing on Cardi's daughters in her tweets, but nothing for her sons. And we will also focus on Nicki exposing all of the executives and every executive that was mentioned in the tweet and the actual tea that's coming with that. All right. So I hope that you stay with me until the end of this video because, I might give commentary here and there. This video is once again meant to document the back and forth. And by the end, I'll definitely share some thoughts. All right. So let's get into it. So in my last video on this topic, I ended off here where where Nicki tweeted Barney B and Culture Vulture, right? All right, cool. So let's go to Cardi's tweet. Her last tweet was like Nicki talking about her father. Her father had never been to jail, X, Y, and Z, right? So after Nicki mentions culture, Cardi says, "Bitch, you wish you could call my daughter ugly. Culture is beautiful, and you know that. Your hate is so deep, dark, and nasty because your son is nonverbal, because you effed him up with them drugs, so you jealous of everybody kids and their happiness. Bitch, where the fuck you at? Stop talking." Nicki says, "Culture vulture, you ugly too." Then she says, "Do something. We in New York." Heavy on it, right? Because Cardi just said, "Where you at?" Cardi says, "Trying to call me out to fight because I'm pregnant AF. You never have that energy when I see you in person. I see you at two Met Galas and you never have that energy. But where the F you at? My niggas is outside right now. Where the f y'all at?" Nicki says, "Album flopped, pussy flop, never wanna fight. Outrank you in your own gang. Shut the fuck up, come fight. Sympathy baby couldn't pull 228K. Abort, abort mission, abort." Cardi says, "Papa Bear, I'm so sorry you can't speak and banging spoons because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. I'm sorry your mom not even paying attention to you on your own birthday because she an obsessed and spirited hating hoe. I'm so sorry." Nicki says, this is talking this tweet right here is talking about Cardi and that audio of her talking or arguing with Ice Spice manager, and she mentions Lotto and stuff like that, and showing how it was copyrighted, right? So Nicki's claiming leaked it once Barney B started trending, allegedly. Papa Bear first party over because Cardi just said, why are you doing all of this on Papa Bear's birthday? He got four more to go. Let's go, ho. Drop the receipts. Rico Nation. Desiree, you sent Jigga Man broke, huh? Get this bitch before I get in on y'all families as well. Tonight happens to be the fucking night. Cardi says, "Drop the addy right now and don't go tagging the feds and the police like you did 3 months ago, you pussy ass bitch. STFU. Culture a vulture and her mama a crow? So stupid to not see once Wendy ate that crow what happened. They played you to do that hex to yourself, you flop ass heavy tongue hoe. Cokie B, please don't sniff coke with baby 4 or 5. Word to Carlos." Who Carlos? "Bitch, you been having cum stains in your mouth since you was a minor because your daddy used to Tell the world that's why you wake up so fucking miserable because you hurt and full of trauma and trying to apply it to everybody else. And why do you keep bringing up Rock Nation? I'm not signed to them, you delusional, paranoid, coke sniffing bitch. You said Vulture. What? Bitch, fuck that slow ass son that came out your. You was wishing so much negativity on me while I was pregnant, and look at your karma. Look at what your rotten produced. Now he a whole 5-year-old tippy toeing around the house, can't spell his name. Culture, you a roach and a monkey, like your sister. Dang. Why only her sister though? You lying funky feet bitch. Nobody called the cops on you. Your dumbass bum ass man went online talking shit and doing threats while he was on probation, dummy. You was talking tough. Now you talking about find us, drop the addy, you fake tough pussy bitch. Barney Dangerous, Bodega Barney, what up? Your sister can get that chest caved in if you pregnant with another monkey or roach right now. I'm just saying for entertainment purposes only. With a roach spray, I'ma spray it on that bitch disease riddled mouth. Bunch of different cum stains on the new roach for entertainment purposes only. Cardi says, bitch, you want to talk about $4.99? You sold both your albums for $5, you dumb hoe. You was even selling poster and keychain bundles for your Queen album, you fucking dummy. And you know, I never been a bitch to cop please. That was your friend Nitty hitting up Tubby to go on a fucking joint tour after he got out of jail. I ain't never got on a phone call with none of y'all asses, but you wish. And look how you be talking about Rock Nation, you ungrateful bitch, when they let you offer 3 months of title just so they could buy your album. Include screenshots of Nicki selling her album for $5 on her website. Now, yes, Cardi was doing $4.99, I believe, on iTunes, and Barb's are like, oh well, this was on her website, not iTunes, and it was. And trust me, I remember this. I remember during the first tracking week, Nicki put the album on sale for $5 on her website. Whether it was to the end of the tracking week, from the beginning, it doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck. I remember buying the album for $5 on her website. Therefore, what is the drag? You know, and I don't care if it was on iTunes versus her website. Who gives a fuck? She doing exactly what Nicki wants her to do. She is confirming a lot of the defamatory claims that was placed by certain people whom she is now in bed with. Claims that have been planted for years and used to hurt Nicki's brand. Nicki says, pow. Barney and Bailey. Mind you, she's referencing this. Cardi B to someone else. This is years ago. Fuck your kids, bitch. That's why your son died, bitch, because you fucked up ass bitch. Maybe if you pay attention, maybe if you take care of yourself and don't worry about what's going on with other bitches, he probably would have made it. Stop doing drugs. Maybe that monkey would have been alive. Cardi, bitch, stop all this talking. Where you at? You said you was gonna cave my sister chest in. We checking our DMs, ain't seen it yet. Everybody up and waiting. Drop the addy right now, ho. Y'all want a deep dive? Make sure y'all are liking this video. Keep it the cute in the comments. Everybody should be respectful to everybody, regardless of who you're a fan of. And honestly, at this point, it shouldn't matter. Why? Because it is bigger than music. Clearly, we can all agree with that. So how do we move forward? And yes, we will do a separate video on the apologies. All right, so Nicki says Cardi can't keep trying to play into the fact that it's Papa Bear's birthday because when it was Culture's birthday, she was literally arguing on the Shade Room and on Spaces. You do the same thing. It's not a drag. Nicki says, fuck the Vulture birthday. Barney B had the whole label fly out to Cali to beg me to do a joint tour and album with her. I don't want to have to drop that recorded call. That's why they all sabotaged my tour. Drop the receipts, dumb bitch. You costing them millions with your $4 album and $5 coupon. Well, you made the claim, so drop the receipt. Nicki says, she's so stupid. Find me, bitch. Remember y'all called the cops on us last time? Made them tell us we had to leave New York because you and your man was were afraid for y'all lives? Nah, ho. Drop the receipts, Barney B. You'll be eating out the garbage cans of the Bronx in the name of Jesus soon. And then that's when Cardi said, you lying funky feet bitch. Nobody called the cops on you. Your dumbass bum-ass man went online talking shit and doing threats while he was on probation, dummy. You was talking tough. Now you talking about find us, drop the addy, you fake tough pussy bitch. So the night was kind of over. We were all waiting to see what would happen next. And of course, it is going to get dangerous. However, the next day, I'm outside and I see Nicki tweets. Day two of talking about kids. Dear Culture Vulture, your mom is pregnant with another monkey to add to her litter. The gag is that she was jealous of a little baby boy simply because his hair was longer than all four of you bald monkeys put together. Shrump says face ass. I'ma kick your gums back into formation. Here you go, starting again, nice and early, you sick, pathetic, loser ass, demonic, insane bitch. I said it back in 2018, and nobody believed me that you've been talking about my child since I was pregnant. You've been jealous of my child. I had never mentioned or talked about your fucking kid. It's one thing to be jealous of me, but to be jealous of my kids is insane. You're jealous of my kids because they're beautiful and fucking smart, and that's why God punished you with having a slow ass kid. You hate your child because you wish you could brag on him and his milestones, but the only thing you can brag on his hair, you fucking dummy. You said you was gonna kick my child's gums back. Didn't you say you was in New York? This past words now. Where the fuck you at? Cause today gonna be the day I go to jail. Then Nicki starts talking about Jay-Z's kid. Camel and Rat, we're not phased by body tweets and bots in the comments. That's precisely why you broke now. Desiree got filler since I said she ugly. Now she uglier. Oh, bitch, Camel. Let's talk about your kids today. That's on the docket, nigga. Shuffles papers. Bitch, when I say I was on go because I swear to God she was about to mention Blue Ivy and Beyonce's kids, but she went to Dear Ramir. I'm sorry that Camel framed you by putting things in your car, allegedly. I'm sorry he wanted you in prison the way he wants all his enemies. He's weak, ugly too. But I guess when you have money invested into the private prison system, well, IDK, this is all alleged. Okay, I'm gonna need receipts on that, him being invested into private prisons. Then she um is tweeting Kathy White, who is allegedly was allegedly, rest in peace to her, Jay-Z's mistress back in the day. And that's all I want to say on that. Barney B wishes she was dead even after beginning her litter of monkeys. Yikes. Vulture is bad for y'all. Now, there, of course, are way other tweets, but we'll talk about those in other videos, whether they're on Patreon or YouTube. So Cardi then comes with a long message and she says, Dear Onika Tanya Mirage, this is my last time responding to you because this is past Twitter now. I gotta see you. But first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You said out your own mouth that the little girl and you haven't forgave your mother, and that's because your mom used to stay silent when your dad used to touch on you every time he did that crack pipe. I know you experienced a lot of trauma and abuse, but drugs is not gonna help you. You need to go to therapy now. I'm gonna let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do drugs all day to numb so he can max out your credit card. Yeah, you think I didn't know? Them Queens niggas that you be letting in your house every time you kick them out be coming and spilling your tea in the hood. But I'm gonna be the realest person to ever tell you, you need to get help. You need to heal that trauma. You always coming at people every time you see them happy because you got so much trauma and pain you want to put on others. Your fans are going to gas you up while you literally lose your goddamn mind. You don't have no friends, no family, just that man in your house that let you do drugs till you pass out so he can spend your money and buy the hood chains. I'm not throwing away my career and my endorsements going back and forth with words with a possessed drug addict. I'll see you when I see you. And yo, I thought like this was good of Cardi, because yes, bow out, stop responding to her, right? She's just gonna keep going and stuff like that. And Cardi, if you feel like you're in a better mental space than her and that you can control yourself, please do it. So I was here for it. But see, this is the thing with Cardi, right? Is that first of all, there's tea in here that she said, like that I really, really want to talk about and get into. So we might do that over on Patreon because I really want to get to the point. I know this video was getting long and I really appreciate you if you're still here with me. But yeah, Cardi also has issues with always wanting to be the last word because she was winning, right? For me, she was winning. She won that because bow wow, this is literally beneath you, right? There's really no solving this. So then Nicki continues to tweet. Okay, so here she is, and I had to scroll to find this because there's way other tweets, but she wasn't talking about kids. So I want to focus on where she was talking about kids. So Nicki says on that same day, after Cardi puts out that statement, fucking a DL man raw and got pregnant with another monkey. You said, oh well, he all our baby daddies now. Your husband said he never liked you. Your pussy on yuck. Hubby told P years ago how ugly you look always swollen and botched in the face from surgery. So guess what? Zoo, take my money. Yes, Zaddy. Ow. It's both our money now, Zaddy. Ew. All right. So she's talking about executives, which we will talk about in another video. Then Cardi comes back, unfortunately, right? Because after Cardi says this long statement here, which I thought was good for the most part, and she was supposed to be done with it, right? Nicki comes back and says what I just read. So now Cardi comes back again because she cannot contain herself. She says, I'm letting you know again, stop playing with my kid, bitch. You just mad because you're son favorite color is 5. Get the fuck on, you crackhead. So once again, she says, quiet as kept. Truth is, you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years, and you also heavy on drugs, cocaine, perks, and Xanax. You don't listen to nobody around you. The only person that have the power is Kenneth Petty, but you know what happens with that Amex when you sedated. And then she continues to say, what? Wait, I mocked your son. I posted my kids are so smart, which she did back in November of 2024. Now, during that time, people took that to be shade, to pop a beer or whatever. I don't even know why, because I don't even remember what was happening that time at that time. But if you do, let me know in the comments. Cardi said, I posted my kids are so smart for being 3 years old and spelling out his name because I was so proud of that. And your fans started attacking my kid, and even my sister had to jump in because why was Wave being attacked? And it's all because you and your fans are insecure about your own child, so nobody can brag on theirs. Please bring receipts now of when I marked your son. You're not flipping the narrative like you did in 2018. Bring the receipts out. So here is the receipts of Cardi, quoting a barb around that time when they started dragging her son because she was bragging about her son. She said, I'm lost. I can't be proud of my son spelling his name and other things at 3.
Letters and put them over here. Okay.
So there he is spelling his name. So then, like a lot of people, a fan says, Cardi, stop responding. Cardi says, nah, I'ma stop, but I'm not gonna let her flip the narrative. That's why she was deleting tweets the first day to make it seem like somebody was bothering her. But I want to see when I was mocking her son. I want her to show me y'all not flipping narratives around here. Bragging on my kid's intelligence is not mocking her son. So was she mocking my kid when she was showing her son's hair length when he was banging spoons? Because I ain't take it that way. Nicki says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. The problem is they didn't know I was a prophet because they look at the outside and God knows the heart. So everything they did to me was a direct violation of the kingdom of God. Now they have to reap it with interest. Funny thing is, do you want to know who else is a prophet? Papa Bear, an even better prophet than Mama. He been saying amen in Jesus for a long time. His purity is what did them in. There are things I won't say that they tried. One lift to his little hand rebuked and sent back to sender. He protected his father. They are now in the first gaze of grief, denial. They know they're done. They just don't want to be. Have your way now, Holy Spirit. Okay, so she continues to mention culture here. A fan says, oh, and if you're upset about Nicki talking about monkeys and roaches, would you like to know which anti-black female rapper used the same language towards black women incessantly until they hired her a media team? Nicki's being ironic and you're being dense. Nicki quotes this and says, always dark-skinned women and dead newborns. Like nasty like her culture swab. She only attacks dark skinned women. Imagine being so evil she mocked a woman's deceased baby and projecting drug usage on her too. Let's not talk about her posting revenge porn of a black woman though. So Cardi, she tells this woman to fuck her kids. Maybe if you take care of yourself and don't be worried about what's going on with other bitches, probably would have made you stop doing drugs. All right, cool. So we're getting to the end, right? Remember when Barney B tried to get gangster with Queen Billy in the DMs? Oh, Barney B, your number is called. The devil will kick that monkey out, referring to the baby she's currently pregnant with. Okay, so a fan says, Culture, come get your chain. She said, gum. Culture, gum, get your chain, as referring to Culture's gums because she has a lot of gums or whatever. So she says, okay, Barb's, peace and love. I'll pray for you, my darlings. You've been such a light in my life. God bless you. You know me, and God knows me, and Papa Bear knows me, and my husband knows me. That's all I need. I'm forever grateful and thus forever blessed and highly favored, as are you. And seen. Y'all tell me what that refers to if you're still here, because I really do not know. So Nicki gets a call and she says, guess who just got a call telling me I have to leave New York? Is this not suspicious? LOL, we're not going anywhere. Dear Matt and Barry Clarkberg, let's have a smart day. Love ya. So y'all go look up who that is, Matt and Barry Clarkberg. Dear black women, I can guarantee you that hoe will never ever get on my net and discuss another black baby again. I can guarantee you that hoe will never ever call black women roaches and monkey again. Someone had to do it. It's funny how all the other queens stayed silent while she mocked my son for years. Then she goes and starts talking about Desiree Perez's daughter. We'll be covering that in another video. So Nicki is making a point that, to teach Cardi a lesson. And so I'm going to include that in the apology video that we're going to look at. She says, on that note, peace. This is all the same day. She was still tweeting. So thank you guys so much for getting to the end of this video. Of course, there is so much to discuss. Of course, we're going to talk about Nicki and religion, Nicki and white artists, Nicki focused on Cardi's female kids, her calling out Desiree Perez, her child, Jay-Z's, and all the other executives she mentioned from her label, from Young Money days and stuff like that. So please do, let me know how you feel in the comments, but I don't want to see anybody defending either artist because both of this is just low and nasty and stuff like that. And yeah, like let's be smart, as Nicki would say. So I'm going to go record for Patreon on all those other themes that I talked about, and then we are also going to do a video on the apology video because the apology gotta be as loud as the disrespect, right? So yeah, let's go. Peace.
It's your girl Vina Love, the Harlem Princess, your favorite princess, and this is Destiny Reloaded.
Period.